Use your extremely good aerial mobility to win everything. Stango returning to the mic.
What's going on?
I was just explaining, or I was trying to say that I think that he should have stuck with Puff.
Oh, Nino?
Yeah. If he's gonna start doing that matchup, he should have just stuck with Puff and not just like done it. He doesn't like it when because he controls it from out there also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. See?
Yeah,
he's got all that.
I can see. I can see it now. Oh, he's playing Falco
Yeah,
for Peach?
timeout. Seriously?
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay.
Now, I want to know, did he switch from Fox because his controller broke and he didn't think that he could keep up like the Fox
No,
tech skill?
he just said he didn't enjoy Fox like really anymore. And I can see
I totally
his reasoning
feel
was
that.
like, well, you know, I just feel like I don't learn from my mistakes as playing Fox because I'm too worried about playing for execution. And I think that's like a pretty valid reason.
That's totally
I was,
I
at
totally
first I was
understand
like
that.
totally against like him switching. I was just like, dude, you're just like,
Your Fox, yeah, because
You're
his
like-
Fox is really good.
yeah, his Fox was really good. And
He
I was
won the
just like-
Arcadian with Fox.
And I was just like, you're like hindering yourself. And he's like, when he said that to me, like I could kind of like resonate with that.
Because he wants to grow as a player, not just a Fox player. He wants to
Yeah.
be a good player in general.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense. But I was asking that because right now he's playing Falco, and I thought that maybe he was electing to play Falco because it's more technically easier. Like it's a lot easier to just like go from Falco to another character as opposed to Fox to another character. In my opinion, I think just Fox is super quick.
Yeah.
So you need to be like super warm with Fox in order to play.
Fox is too hard to secondary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Not reasonable for one matchup. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Fox is definitely a hard secondary, considering like you probably have to put in more like almost
yeah.
as much time as your main, and like that's just like logistically not really possible.
Yeah.
That's why most people just opt for to be a straight up Fox main, or just not have a secondary Fox, like go for like an easier character.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's actually really amazing that Mango can just like go
Switch between the two?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because he's a Fox main and a Falco secondary. Like that's the real reason.
I think they're really like
They're so like equal in
skill.
Yeah.
And like
I don't know.
he beat Armada's Peach with Falco, and he usually beats Armada's Peach with Fox.
Fox only.
Yeah, so like I definitely think that they're like way even.
Now, so Mango obviously as godlike as he is, I just don't. I feel like if he was maining Falco, his Falco would look way different in the sense that I think it would be way faster, to be honest. And that's why I think that it's like a Fox.
It's pretty fast.
It is still fast. Like he's still Mango.
He does combos that I can't really even do, like the wave shine, the shine waveland on the platforms. Like the follow-ups. That's so hard to do.
Yeah, those are tough.
And speaking of those kind of combos, those are really valuable for Falco in this matchup because if you're really crispy off of the wavelands, like you can get some really juicy follow-ups.
Yeah, and if you catch anybody DIing into the stage, because most characters are going to want to DI into the stage to not get edge guarded, you can definitely just step ladder them to that top platform and then kill them off the top on some stages. Obviously not on a stage like this.
So like I think for the current meta right now, I think like the ideal way you want to be playing Falco versus like the floatier characters is like you really want to be playing for stage positioning instead of like long combos, because I think like for the past like 2 years a lot of like studying has like gone into like the mitigation game, like SDI and like all this other stuff, and I think it's mostly affected like characters like Sheik and Falco the heaviest.
Because they had the best combo game out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like the best combo game in terms of like those things that they're countered by. So like, it's kind of better to just like play for the stage positioning by. What I mean is by like just force a Peach like onto the ledge where it's much easier to capitalize off her, and that's where you get like your meaty damage by constantly hitting on the stage.
And trying to control her movements with lasers, not so much like shooting them constantly, but shooting them precisely. And that's actually another thing I think is super different from today's Falco, like this current meta Falco versus like earlier Falco, is most people would say that you just want to kind of like spam laser, like in general in neutral, but I don't think that's true. I think that you want to be very particular. I think you want to be very, very particular about where you're shooting.
Just because I think Falco like actually gets a lot out of the platform game, I think the stage is in Peach's favor.
I think it's also in Peach's favor because of that chain grab that kills him. Yeah.
Which is pretty much because there's no platforms to get the chain grab.
And I think that's the easiest chain grab in the game. Like,
no, it is
by far.
Like, I can't say statistically because it's not like the right word, but like in practice, it's the easiest chain grab.
Yeah,
it has
for sure.
It has the easiest follow up, and it's not there's no like slight DI stuff that can get you out of it because like the release of the throw just
it's just too good. And then like on top of that, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, and on top of that, it just goes until you die. That's the worst part. It's like you actually, like, if the Peach knows the percents well enough, they should always get a death combo follow up.
So like Mar chain grab is like can be a death combo, but there's like a lot of there has been a lot of research on how to beat it. There's the slight DI, there's the DI up on up airs, there's the DI away on forward airs, like DI down and away so that you can't get fair strings. There's like a lot of stuff that goes into like
technology. Yeah,
there's a lot of technology that goes like against like the Marth chain grab, but the Peach chain grab,
you can't.
There's really nothing you can do. You just gotta have to hope that they mess it up.
And like,
oh, nice double bear.
You could say like, oh, but you can at least try to mix up DI or try to stay in the center of the stage. But the problem is that like
you're playing Falco.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're in the center of the stage because you're so far that you're pretty much dead anyway.
Or Peach can actually get him high enough to just up smash and kill.
Yeah. But speaking of all the chain grab talk,
you only got one, yeah.
SluG is actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, no, he definitely pulled it back, steadily and assuredly.
Good lasers, double dare to punish the.
Oh, great up tilt.
Ooh! Oh, double jump. That's it.
Yeah, he definitely thought he wanted to like kind of catch CtrlAltDelete off guard. But I think Andrew definitely saw that coming. He's like, you're going to try something sneaky here. So I'm going to throw out a hitbox. That's a really good one to throw out, too.
All right, so the counter pick for SluG is going to be Stadium. And I think for the neutral stage, this stage is like really good for Falco, but I think the transformations are actually not that bad for Peach. My main reasoning is because Falco doesn't have the infinite that Fox has on the transformations. So Peach is like a little more liberal when it comes to pit fighting and stuff like that because
her down smash is just I think it's much better than anything Falco has to offer in any of the like,
pit fights.
Pit fights, yeah. So you actually, as Falco, you can't really challenge her at all. But I don't think SluG plans to. Like, he never plans to challenge a Peach in that position anyway, so.
Oh.
That was a really good up B.
I thought he used his double jump and he up B'd at a bad height, but he actually double jumped and sweet spotted with the up B.
He was at the perfect height, in fact, to sweet spot. Otherwise, I actually think he might have died there if he didn't like sweet spot it well enough.
See, that's the issue. Back in the day, those pillar combos would just be for free, but now Peaches are like floating out of like as soon as they're out of stun.
And it's not even just Peaches. Like any character can actually get out of pillar.
Yeah.
If you DI well enough. Like you DI behind the Falco, hard behind. Falco has such a hard time getting there.
Yeah.
Unless he reads your DI and wave dashes that way, and still has to like reach hella far to get the follow up.
So like, what I want to see out of SluG, I want to see him stop using Dare so much off of the shines, like below 40%, where like she actually plummets to the ground instead of going into like that weird knockdown. He's got to use like more bears and then like play
bears and
play
up
the
tilts.
laser game.
Yeah, I think bears, up tilts, and lasers.
But once Peach starts falling from there, then he can start using those tech chase.
I also have a personal preference of
kicks.
Jeez. That ass.
Woo!
Up throw. Oh my gosh.
That was crazy. That was like that conversion was so crazy.
Yeah. That feels so rough too.
That's not mine.
Not mine.
Nope. Yeah, then there's going to cover that. SluG didn't get like the deep enough angle to...
Now, this is a best of 5 though, right? For sure, because they went to FD.
Finals.
Yeah. All right, going to Yoshi's for sure. I want to see somebody die off the top this game. I'm fine with it if it's anybody, but looks like SluG's kind of getting caught in shine a little bit. Like,
yeah, I think he tried to act a little too fast, and the hit lag from the shine carried over, so he didn't actually act out. He needed to delay his waveland.
Yeah, it's still like one of those weird things.
No, that was a shine turnaround bear. I mean dare any day.
Yeah,
all these are really.
For sure. Whenever you have a character in that position, you can definitely reach pretty high with that.
Covered
dare.
high with the turn up and covered the ledge with the float nair.
Yeah, and that was a perfect height too, the nair. Yo, somebody learned something this weekend at Big House. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, very unfortunate.
All right, shake it off, SluG. Come on, let's go.
Come on, SluG.
There we go.
We want a good game 5.
He caught the turnip. He's gonna do something. He saw invincibility.
Yeah, you can't attack an invincible beach.
Can't attack invincible anybody. Oh, and don't jump into that. I'll do that all the time though.
How do you like them? Scrambled or sunny side up?
SluG's like, I like all the way up. I wanted him to like step ladder combo and just kill him right there, but he didn't.
Yeah. Kind of messed up.
He just kind of like didn't do
game
anything
there.
Yeah, he just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Kind of died.
Screw him.
No.
Yeah.
And this is.
I think this is like kind of like what happens on small stages.
It's actually why.
Peach. It's like if you're not on point, you're just like you kind of get messed up.
Yeah, you get down smashed, and you die pretty easy. But I was actually gonna mention more so the fact that I think that one of the Falco's biggest weaknesses as a character is playing from behind against any character in general. But like especially a character like Peach that you can't really like. You have to be super careful. But yeah, that was awesome. CtrlAltDelete, went down 1 game and then just brought it back all 3. That was the end of the